You are welcome to my channel. If you are new, kindly subscribe and press the notification button for onward information. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone in Grant community. My name is Comrade Philip, the National President of Justice for the Masses Movement. I come my way today, 30th of December 2023. I think it is very important we establish some points. We made note some stand to the Grant community at this junction. The situation we find ourselves today is very, very uncalled for. It is so pitiful that we find ourselves in the midst of our religious leader that we believe we should emulate, look at what they are doing to pilot our affairs of life. But today the reverse is the case. Christianity in Grant community has really disappointed God, and at the same time rubbish the name of God on the mud in Grant community. One thing I come to conclude on concerning this Grant community is anybody that call himself a man of God and you find yourself in this community, forget about your call and forget about your salvation. Because even if you yourself wish that you will do it and you don't trust yourself and you are not so sure of yourself, before you know it, you'll be carried away. What do we do in Grant community is money business. Everybody come to Grant community for money. It is not to come here to come and preach salvation to the people or to host crusade or church religious program, but all come for money. Therefore, if you call yourself pastor, apostle, or evangelist, and you come to this Grant community, you are not a pastor, you are a businessman. And when we talk about business, some businesses that has to do with heavy amount of money have a lot of attitude, mafia attitude, cartel, and all those stuff is what we find in the midst of things like this. It is so pity that we find men of God that we so much respect in this community, instead of them to be in their church on their altar praying for their member to be connected to the right point where God will elevate them, all they do is come and form this what we call Grant community just because they said they want to help their member. Is a lie. How many of their members do they really care for? All they want is what they can get from those same members they said they care for. All is for their own pockets. Okay, that's just aside. Let me go to the main point why I'm giving this V-note today. Apostle Ken, the country director of UAAG, came on board after Theophilus has mesmerized everybody. And he came on board with the notion and the declaration that he is going to help the masses out from the dungeon of Theophilus. And everybody believe Apostle Ken, who Akama so much, every one of us leave the position we were before and we face Apostle Ken direction, thinking that we have a savior and we have somebody that's going to help us out of our predicament. But what we have today is so pity that we don't understand what is happening again. In my language, they say it and do it is the honor of a man. Say it and do it is the honor of a man. If you know you will say it and something may likely make you not to do it, you need to think well before you say it. That is to say, for you to say it, it takes a man of wisdom, high level of wisdom, to be able to project further, to think ahead of what may likely obstruct the promise of what he said, the fulfillment of what he said. Therefore, if we project ahead and see this and this may likely not make my promise to happen, it's better I don't say it. We have received a lot of promises from this channel, the channel of UAG, Apostle Ken. And those promises are being passed to us with absolute 200% confidence that is going to happen. We were given absolute confidence. In July, we were given absolute promise with full confidence that nothing will stop it. But today is a story, and a lot of promises with good confidence, perfect and maximum confidence attached to those promises has been made. And today, nothing happened. Because of Nigeria factor, most of the failure to that promise is being attached to the government. And I don't think the government of this nation is so worse to that level that they will want to see their citizen die and they'll be happy. I don't think it has gotten to that level. We get to the level that after numbers of promises have failed, justice for the masses came on board when we first came. We were on every side to react against those things. But when situation arise and we notice that, okay, this is where the problem may come, this is where the obstruction comes, we try to pull back a bit to study what is really happening. When we came to Grant Community, everything so far has always been around Apostle Ken. The disbursement, everything, all the news in the air is Apostle Ken only have the mandate, nothing, no one else, nobody else is Apostle Ken. Everything is all about him. Because of that, whenever he asks for any money for support, we come around to support, because all is all about him. And after that, the music changed. We started hearing UAS. And before you know it, today we are hearing problem between the UAS and UAG. And the UAS are denying their collaboration with UAG. All those stuff started. Now, what we are hearing is Apostle Ken have his own grant. It is not attached to any UAS. Where are we standing now? We, the masses that is the victim in this situation. Where are we standing? And today, we are able to understand what is happening. And when the issue of UAS stuff, Apostle Ken is not part of UAS and blah, blah, everything started. We were told that it's solved. They have resolved everything. And we can see the presence, even see the presence of some UAS officials in the verification center. Not even all of them, but we can see the representative and speech was made. This gives us full confidence that everything is solved. We are heading to disbursement, and this makes justice for the masses to come closer to give our support to help Apostle Ken within the period of verification to when the disbursement will take place, to help him create a good atmosphere, a peaceful atmosphere for him to be able to process the disbursement. And today, after the verification, we are seeing a lot of things just because his alliance with UAS is not proper, is not where, is not properly put together. There is other problem that emanated after the verification, which means Apostle Ken did not handle that channel of UAS properly, did not carry everybody along, did not lay his cardware among them to get things better. I want to say at this junction, we at Justice for the Masses movement, we have really tried to help Apostle Ken process the disbursement perfectly. And today, what we are having is another story. We have really helped him. We have received different kind of bullets from different angle. Some other freedom fighters has attacked us with their words, with their actions. But that doesn't matter. But what matters to us is we are working towards what we believe we have seen and the evidence of reality that we can see. Then we try to do that to see what next is going to happen. But the next that we are seeing now, I don't think is palatable enough. We have been promised that before the end of December, there's going to be disbursement. And the promise was being attached with absolute confidence that nothing will change it. December consists of 30 days. Even before December, the promise has been made from November, making 60 days. Until today, nothing happened. We are still having a shifting of goal to January. But at this junction, justice for the masses, we cannot believe anything again. If absolute confidence, complete confidence, 1000% confidence is attached to November, let me start from July, November, December, who tells us that January we hold. Therefore, we don't build any trust in the system again, even though we know there is money to disburse. We don't build our trust in the system again. Now, I want to mention the factors that makes us not to believe absolutely that the same confidence attached to this January 2024 disbursement promised by Apostle Ken we hold is this. One, the first factor is number one factor, payment schedule that Apostle Ken said he has made, he has submitted to the bank. Even though he first mentioned CBN, but later he said did not mention CBN, he said it's the bank. CBN and bank, they work together. You cannot take bank from the CBN and you cannot take CBN from bank. They are the same. If you say you didn't mention CBN against bank, all is still the same. And my little knowledge about accounting is this: when you say you submit a payment schedule to the bank, it means that you already know the details attached to the payment in that ledger. You know how much the individuals, you have your details, there are mandates given to the bank to do and what to do and what not to do. You have all the absolute details. That's one. When you say you have submitted payment schedule to the bank, it shows that you are sure the money is ready and you already have your grip over that money. That is what it means. Now, when you have your confidence and you are able to submit payment schedule to the bank, I don't think there is need for any fear of any such again. There's no need for the fear of, I'm afraid if the NGO sign the MOU, they may come after me tomorrow. There shouldn't be fear again. For you to have gotten to the extent of submitting the payment schedule to the bank, there shouldn't be any fear of signing of MOU again. And what we are hearing today is Apostle Ken is afraid of making the CEO of all the cooperative and NGO to sign MOU after you said you have submitted the payment schedule to the bank. You are afraid of the CEO signing the MOU. If you are afraid, that means you are not sure of yourself. It shows there is no payment schedule somewhere. It shows something is, if it is, shows something is wrong with your confidence in what you are doing. Seeing this is, hearing all these things makes us not to build any confidence and assurance that the January 2024 promise is strong enough for us to wait and be looking for and be waiting to see what will happen. No, we will not. And again, Apostle Ken said, what has not got into his hand, he cannot make any sharing formula on it. What has not got into your hand, you have made payment schedule on it. What you don't know, the figure, you have made payment schedule. Brethren, even there is poverty in the land, even though the masses are poor, I don't think their brain should be poor. It is the poverty, the unsecure environment that the grant handler put them, makes them to be afraid of or not knowing what to do. They don't have any option to start dancing to the tune of the grant handler because they believe they are not at their mercy. Therefore, all these things are not adding dots together. Because of this weakens our confidence to any system from UAG, or the system of UAG and Apostle Ken, and Apostle Ken and the system of UAG. All confidence attached, all assurance attached to promises are fake. Now, I want to mention another factors. Factor one is the payment of schedule to the bank or CBN, MOU stuff. I cannot sign it. That's number one. The two is the confidence attached to all the promises still fails. Even with all the absolute confidence, all the promises fail. Number three factor that makes us not to believe that January promised by Apostle Ken we hold is, you said it's not yet in your hand. How are we sure that it will still get to your hand in January? How are we sure that the same authority will still hand it over when you yourself, you are not sure of yourself because it's not yet in your hand, and yet you have promised us January? Therefore, we cannot just sit down and still continue to dance within the sphere of your promise that has always been failing all this while. Personally, I want to tell the grant community, I know what myself and Apostle Ken discuss, and every of the discussion as per the account, I'm not seeing any one of them attaching to what I'm hearing from him in the public space. That makes me personally not to build any confidence in this system. I don't say there is no money, the money is there. But why are we having all these inconsistencies? Inconsistencies. You will say something today, and tomorrow we will ask you about the same thing. You will change your word as if you have never discussed anything yesterday with that person. You have never discussed that same topic with the person yesterday. This is what I have confirmed around the system of UAAG and Apostle Ken himself. Therefore, at this junction, I want to say, we, Justice for the Masses, we don't believe, based on all these factors I have mentioned, we are not saying January will not hold. We are not saying Apostle Ken will not disburse in January. But based on the past track record, all the stories in the past makes us not to just sit down and expect that we are going to collect or receive a lot in the month of January. We pray it happens, but based on all these factors I have mentioned, I am not too sure. Masses is all to you now. It's all to you now. If you want to wait till January, it's left for you. Remember, our name is Justice for the Masses Movement. We help you to get the justice, but masses, you must move. It's high time the masses that subscribe in Grant community, no enemy, no anybody will say it out for you. It's high time you lodge your own complaint. It's high time you raise your voice and talk out and voice out. Our duty in Justice for the Masses is to let your voice be heard. It's high time. And we have derived as a means in which your voice can be heard. And listen to me, masses, this is how we are going to go about it. We, Justice for the Masses, will send out an email address into the airspace. I want you to get the email address. You are going to lodge your complaint in V-Notes, either in V-Notes, record it, or in write-up. Possibly you can give a short video on it. Now, masses, it's high time yourself lay complaint. Let the authority hear your voice. It is our duty in Justice for the Masses to help your voice get to the appropriate quarter. And that is what we stand for. We are not here to incite you. We are here to help you. It's high time you yourself make complaint of what has been happening to you, the way you have been treated from the past 7 years in Grant community, and this is how you go about it. One, you are going to make a 3 minutes, between 2 to 3 minutes V notes. Say everything the way it pains you, all that has happened to you, the predicaments you have experienced, the problem, and how this grant system event has affected your life, how it has crumbled your business, the numbers of people that have died around you. Now you are going to express yourself really, emotionally, accurately, but please don't lie. You are going to express yourself in this. Mention the NGO that you subscribe to. Mention the NGO that you give your support to help you transfer it to UAAG and Apostle Ken to be able to help you get the grant that they said they have for you. Mention the name of the NGO, the name of the CEO, the phone number of the CEO, possibly the office address and the state of residence of this NGO and the CEO. Mention it in your V-note, on your write-up, on your short video clips. Mention all of their name, the grant handler, and all of them in this video short or the small MB V-note. Mention their name. Then after that, attach your evidence of payment. Attach your transaction chart either on WhatsApp or Telegram. in any form, screenshot it, attach it to this, then pass it, upload it, send it to this email address we are going to forward to the airspace. Attach it to it, all these evidences, even if there is picture involved, put it there with your complaint. Then when you have done that, please send it to the email that will be sent to the airspace. It is the duty of Justice for the Masses movement to send your complaint to the appropriate quarter. Now the masses, it is you that have to come up to voice out, to shout out, cry out what this grand community has done, how far they have destroyed you. If you have any of your colleagues in the prison as a result of this grand problem event or anything, go there and let the person express himself in short video, pictures, photograph, in any form, attach it to the complaint, send it to the email we are going to send to you. By that, we will start from there. I will not unfold any other thing we are going to do. I will not disclose the next line of action after this. As we do this, we go to different phases of our expression, of our dislikes to how we have been treated in Grant community. Masses, this is what we are going to do. That's the first steps. Now, when we talk about protests, physical protests, running on the street, injustice for the masses, we are men and women of peace. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in peace of our country. We not use our own to disturb the smooth running of government of our dear president. If the government is pleased and they want the welfare of the nation, therefore we should do everything to support them. If we find any quarter in this nation that is crumbling the economy of the masses, that is crumbling, fighting against the welfare of the masses, we need to help the federal government of this country to help them track down this and put that into their notice. We can't just continue with this. We don't say Apostle Ken will not disburse in January, but based on all the failed promise that is attached with absolute confidence and still nothing happened, we are not going to believe the January stuff. Please, let's start preparing from now. The complaint, let it be forwarded from now. Your complaint, your expressions, let it start from now. In the evening of today, 30 December 2023, we are going to have the General Masses meeting, and we are going to discuss one or two things there. Today by 8 p.m., I want all the masses to be on Justice for the Masses platform. Let's deliberate together. Let's see where we can, what next to do, and how we can also fashion everything better. And from there, we will know what next and how best we can handle this matter. But firstly, I want us to take this action. Do it. Make your complaint. Express yourself. Inside your V notes, if you can cry, cry. Let them know how it pains you. Let them know how this thing has crumbled your business. Let them know how many of your loved one has gone into the grave as a result of this. Let them know how much you are not able to pay hospital bill because you have spent all the money in grant system. Now, there is a woman that called me some time ago that she involved most of our office people in this grant, and it brought them into this. And most of them use their money because this woman told them that so person is going to give this grant. And they promise us this month ending, it will not pass. My brethren, my people in grant community, all of them put their money. And at the end of the day, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. These people, this woman introduced have to report this woman to the authority in her working place. And then when they summon this woman to their committee, to the council, to the board of director of the company, of the ministry, they have to remove this woman from work. Until today, the woman is struggling. She must return the money of those people that subscribe into this grant. And this woman said it is her NGO, the NGO she belongs to, that she pay all this subscription money to, all these people's money to. He bought bundle for them, bought cluster for them, and so. The woman is still indebted to these people in her working place, and her work is taken away from her. Now, this kind of woman, if you are hearing my voice, please, me and you, we have discussed in the past. Bring your V notes, send it to the email. We are going to forward to the airspace. And other people that have given me different complaints. As a result of this, a woman and the wife, they have fought. The woman used the money of the husband because they promised this weekend the disbursement will come by bundle. Go and use her husband money given to her to go and do it. They expected that before the husband will come back from traveling, disbursement will have come. Today, the husband and the wife, they are no more. These are kind of things that this grant community has caused for the people. And yet, our men of God, people that call themselves men of God, they don't feel it. And they still come to the air space to promise you another one with 100%, 1000% assurance attached to it, and nothing still happen. We don't say it will not happen in January, but based on all this past record, we don't believe in that January anymore. Masses, stand up. If you like, keep yourself indoor. Keep yourself away. Say you are tired. Some people say they are going to walk out of grant community. It shows that you are a coward. You are going to walk out of grant community in 2024 because you are tired. After all you have spent, after the emotional trauma, after everything you have passed through, after the damage that they have caused to you, you say you will just walk out like that, and you go outside there to start telling your children stories in the future. You are a coward. But if you don't want to belong to that circle of cowardice, you need to do what we ask you to do. Let your voice be heard now. Let your voice be heard now. It's not time for us to go on the street. We are not protesting. It's not time. When the time comes, we will do it. But what we need to do now is voice out yourself. Let the authority that will receive your complaint hear your voice. Let them have the evidence. Don't lie in it. Let it be truthful. Attach it with all the payment, attach it with all the chat evidence, picture, video, and such. And from this, we will know what next to do. I will not say more than this. Masses, justice for the masses will not fight and be shouting for you. You need to do what you need to do. If you don't do it, there's nothing we can do. You need to do your own for us to be able to do our own work. That is what we stand for. You need to do your own. It's like somebody telling God, give me a job. I need a job. I pray, God, give me a job. And you are in your house sleeping from day and night. You don't search for job either outside there or in the television, in the newspaper, on the net, and you are praying. God will not come down to walk on the street or to search the newspaper for you, to read the newspaper, to look for job for you. God will have given you the environment to go. But if you don't move, nothing will happen. What you must do, God will not do it for you. And what you need to do for us to assist you, Justice for the Masses movement, we cannot do it for you. Now, raise your voice. Now, make your complaint. Write your petition in your own way. Now, masses, it's high time you report this case to the appropriate authority, and Justice for the Masses will help you out. That is what I want to say. Please, I want to quickly say this to all the CEOs. I've received a lot of complaint about you trying to subchange people from their bundles in which they have evidence that they submitted and paid to you. You ask them for logistic money, they pay. And today, because of what you are hearing up and down about bundle, they are going to reduce bundle from 1,000 to 50. They will just pick from each bundle is going to be 700, and they will not pay everybody. We are waiting for them, but this is not the time for us to address that. When that time comes, we know what next to do. We know what to do. We are not after that now. We are hearing that they are going to, there is only one bundle per 8 NGO, and at the same time, the NGO will collect 30% of that, and the 70% will be shared among the bundle. Even the bundle head that have been spending their money all this while will even be collecting the same thing with the beneficiaries. This is not supposed to be. Well, that's not the issue. We have not confirmed the reality of this. I don't want to believe this. I don't believe the UAG management can do this. They will not. I know they are sensitive. They understand what is on ground. They know how the system have been. They have collected money for support from many thousands of NGOs. Thousands of bundle heads have paid, and most of these CEO don't contribute. It is the bundle head that will contribute all the 300,000, 100,000, this and all those money. It is the bundle head. Most of them don't have their money. They will collect this money from the bundle heads. They will collect even additional, plenty one, additional, pocket it and pay the little UAG ask them to pay. This is what has been happening. But I'm not here to address that. When the time comes, we will know what to do. But masses, please make sure you add the name of the CEO, their address, their phone number, even their bank account number. Please add it to your complaint and forward it to the email that we will send to the airspace. I will not say more than this. I wish Apostle Ken best of luck. I wish him success. I want him to succeed. It is not in our wish that there will be any form of pressure on him in January. I don't wish it, because he owns his life. He believes he can help the masses out of what Theophilus, others have put the masses into. But today we don't want, because he believes so, we don't want anything that will destroy him. And we pray that God will help him to be able to achieve his aim. My prayer is that there will not be any reason for masses to agitate. There will not be any reason for us to start reacting heavily. Because if nothing happens, what I'm seeing happening, justice for the masses, we don't shout. We will not come out. We have done all we need to do to help the environment secure for disbursement process. But today, nothing is happening. If we start making some moves now, and we are not making it against Apostle Ken, we are only asking the masses, stop shouting, stop crying at us in the private, stop coming to our DM to start saying this is what happened. Now we are going to help you to lend your voice to the right authority, to where your voice is going to be heard, to those people that will help you out. Bring your evidence. Don't lie in your complaint. Make sure you say the right thing with the right evidence, and from there God will help us. But my prayer is that we will not have any reason to do this, because we want peace. We want Apostle Ken to enjoy his life. We don't want any problem for him. He has suffered so much. He has faced a lot of depression and a lot of sleepless nights and lots. But we want him to succeed. He has promised us January, and we pray that January will hold. God will help him. God bless you, Apostle Ken. God bless UAG management. God bless Nigeria. Justice for the masses. God bless you. I remain my humble self, Comrade Philip, from Justice for the Masses movement. Bye for now.